Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers trade pitch gets Patriots more Drake May Wr help for second-round pick. The New England Patriots have so far spent most of the NFL's free agency period focusing on defense. Signings such as Milton Williams and Harold Landry II are designed to fortify the Patriots' pass rush, which managed just 28 sacks all season in 2024, while their acquisition of Robert Spillane bolsters the New England ability to stop opponents' running game. The Patriots allowed the third most rushing yards, 1,972, in the NFL last season. When it came to getting some help for second-year quarterback Drake May, who will be playing his first full season after starting just 12 games in 2024, the Patriots took their time, finally inking free agent wide receiver Stefon Diggs, a four-time Pro Bowler, to a 3-year, $69 million deal last week. But with a receiving core that ranked near the bottom of the NFL with just 2,995 yards, even the addition of Diggs will not be enough to give May the help he needs to realize the potential the Patriots expected when they picked the former North Carolina Tar Heel with the number 3 overall pick last year. Patriots give up day 1 pick in new trade pitch. While the name most often associated with the Patriots has been San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk, who must be unloaded by the Niners by Tuesday to avoid paying him a $22.2 million roster bonus. But there is another receiver who may be available in trade, who led the NFL in yards per reception just 2 years ago, but who comes with some baggage, namely, a reputation as a discipline problem. But with new head coach Mike Vrabel and his emphasis on team culture and accountability, New England may be willing to take a risk on fourth-year pass catcher George Pickens, the Pittsburgh Steelers' 2022 second-round draft pick, 52nd overall, out of Georgia. According to a trade pitch outlined on Saturday by Right Way Sports Network, the Steelers could offer Pickens to the receiver-hungry Patriots in exchange for a second-round draft pick in next month's 2025 NFL Draft. The Patriots own the 38th overall pick, which is the team's only selection in the second round. The Steelers, on the other hand, have no selections in round 2, meaning that they pick 21st overall on day 1, and then have nothing until pick number 83 on day 2. Pittsburgh sent its second-round pick, 52nd overall, to the Seattle Seahawks earlier this month in exchange for wide receiver DK Metcalf, a move that certainly contributes to making Pickens a trade candidate for the Steelers. Patriots add genuine deep threat for May. On New England's side, they would be getting a genuine deep threat in Pickens, who averages 16.3 yards per reception over his 3-year career. But they would also be taking on a challenging personality. Pickens' public troubles began when he was still at Georgia, when he got into an end-zone fistfight with Georgia Tech cornerback Trey Swilling that resulted in a suspension for Pickens. After a mostly non-controversial rookie year in 2022, Pickens began adding a list of fines and unsportsmanlike conduct penalties to his dubious resume in 2023. Pickens was reportedly hit with more than $200,000 in fines that season, not an insubstantial sum for a player on a 4-year, $6.7 million contract. But with Vrabel at the helm, and with support from May, the Patriots' hope would be that Pickens would buy into the new version of the Patriot way. Jonathan Vankin is an award-winning journalist and writer who now covers baseball and other sports for Heavy.com. He twice won New England Press Association awards for sports feature writing. Vankin is also the author of 5 nonfiction books on a variety of topics, as well as 9 graphic novels, including most recently Last of the Gladiators, published by Dynamite Entertainment. More about Jonathan Vankin. Steelers Mike Tomlin echoes Cam Hayward's strong take on recruiting Aaron Rodgers. The Pittsburgh Steelers news cycle has had a steady Aaron Rodgers theme to it. Over the last few weeks, Rodgers has been connected to the team on many different occasions. At this point in time, it seems likely that Rodgers will sign with the Steelers if he chooses to continue playing. With the New York Giants now out of the running after signing both Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson and the Minnesota Vikings choosing to move on with J.J. McCarthy as their starter, Pittsburgh remains. Rodgers flew in for a visit with the Steelers and had a good day with the team. During the NFL's annual league meetings, head coach Mike Tomlin spoke out about Rodgers' visit. "It was really good to spend some time together, man, and get to know each other more intimately, but it is free agency. It is a process," Tomlin said. "I have nothing of any more significance to add other than that." Tomlin was also asked a hilarious question about recruiting Rodgers and whether or not he would go on a darkness retreat with the future Hall of Fame quarterback. He echoed the same sentiment that star defender Cam Hayward offered previously. "No, I'm not going to do that," he said. "I got too much other business going on." We know Cam Hayward isn't going to go on a darkness retreat to recruit Aaron Rodgers, but would Mike Tomlin? "No, I'm not going to do that," he said with a little laugh. "I got too much other business going on." Rodgers has continued to refrain from agreeing to anything. With the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft scheduled to begin on April 24, a small deadline may be forming. While Tomlin stated that there is no timeline for Rodgers, Pittsburgh does need to find a quarterback. For now, the Steelers will continue waiting, and it seems that Rodgers is comfortable doing the same. Steelers keeping QB options open. With or without Aaron Rodgers, the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback position is a work in progress, and coach Mike Tomlin said that signing Aaron Rodgers, the most prominent free agent in a thin market, is only one possible option. The Steelers met with the 41-year-old Rodgers, a four-time NFL Most Valuable Player, on March 21 for a reported 6 hours. Tomlin met with media for the first time since then on Sunday at the NFL's annual meeting in West Palm Beach, Florida. Tomlin called it a really good day spent with a player he has known for some time. As far as a timetable, however, the coach said there's no deadline for Rodgers to work out a deal with the Steelers from the team's perspective. "I really wanted to spend more of our time just getting to know him better, and things that he values as a player and a man, and what he might be looking for with his next stop," Tomlin said. "I don't know that we've approached it from a deadline perspective. Certainly, as I mentioned, you'd like to have settled circumstances, but deadlines can often bring that to a head." Tomlin called free agency a process, which has led Pittsburgh to bring back former Steelers QB Mason Rudolph, who played last season with Tennessee, and another veteran, former Miami Dolphins Skylar Thompson. The Steelers' 2024 quarterback room has emptied, as Russell Wilson and Justin Fields were on one-year deals as they split starts, and Kyle Allen was a reserve. Wilson signed with the New York Giants and Fields went to Rodgers' former team, the New York Jets. Allen signed as a free agent with the Detroit Lions. The high turnover at the QB position has gone on for 2 seasons. Oftentimes, I say 2 is a pattern. It's a cliché that I use in coaching, but I don't know that I'm alarmed by that as it pertains to this discussion, Tomlin said. "We're just simply trying to put together the very best team that we can put together for 2025. Last year, we had a group in that room that were on one-year deals, and so the possibility of what we're doing right now was a real thing. But that's just one isolated scenario. If we're having similar conversations next year at this time, it's probably more of a discussion for us." Tomlin is not glossing over the addition of Rudolph, 29, as a potential starter, as he was signed to a 2-year contract. "We're optimistic about the room that we're constructing. Obviously, we're excited about having Mason Rudolph back," Tomlin said. "But certainly we're going to continue to explore all our options in terms of rounding that room out. That includes adding another free agent or selecting a QB in the draft." Rodgers, who was released by the Jets on March 12 and has not said whether he wants to continue playing, has the decided edge in experience. He passed for 3,897 yards and 28 touchdowns in 2024, returning from a season-ending Achilles injury suffered in his first game with the Jets in September 2023. The 10-time Pro Bowl selection ranks 5th in league history in touchdown passes, 503, and 7th in passing yards, 62,952. We're still evaluating the acquisition of a guy at that position, whether it's free agency and/or the draft, and so we're doing our due diligence, communicating with some free agents, also preparing for the draft, Tomlin said. GM Omar Khan and I just got off on a nice tour here last week where we were at Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Texas, for example, our last 3 trips. I think all 3 of those institutions have quarterbacks that are draft eligible, and so it's been a good process for us. Are you a fan? What do you think of Aaron Rodgers' situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.